So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix channel. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared engineering services examination 2 times from electronics and telecommunication branch, both times in double digit rank. In 2014 my rank was 98 and in 2015 my rank was 25th. I have served as a Group A Gastro Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. So most of you must have been following me on the Creatrix channel for electromagnetic field theory. So if you are a seeker of a free education, this is the channel for you, and you must understand that all these free initiatives is coming your way because of the Unacademy. So Unacademy is the revolution in the field of the free education and the affordable education. So how can you access those free courses? So if you want to access the free courses, you must immediately subscribe this channel, Creatrix channel, because all the top educators of the country is providing the free course on this channel. And that free course is absolutely brilliant in content, that is systematic, that is organized, and that is complete. So complete playlist you will be getting of a particular subject. You can develop the concept, you can gain confidence. More than that, you can love the subject. So immediately subscribe this channel. Secondly, if you want to access more free content, then you must immediately download the Unacademy Learners app, because on the Unacademy Learners app, top educators of the country are conducting the free special classes. In that free special classes, you can get topic wise clarity of a particular concept. And do not forget to follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. So you can also access the courses. So you must have two things. First is your YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, Creatrix YouTube channel, must be subscribed. Secondly, you must understand that you should have the Unacademy Learning app. That is must for you in order to crack the examination. So these are the parts of the free education. And if you want to organize your content well, if you want more comprehensive manner, if you want other advantages of the Unacademy, then what are the other initiatives that is running by the Unacademy? So another initiative that is running by the Unacademy is Unacademy Plus. So on the Unacademy Plus, this is very affordable for those who actually want to take their preparation to the next level. So आपको Unacademy Plus में क्या क्या मिलेगा? You will be getting the live classes on a fixed time, so that you can get more disciplined, you can get more organized, and you have something in your mind that at this particular time my classes are going to run. Apart from that, you will get free test series designed by the educator itself. So gone those times when we have lot of errors in the test series, we do not have the discussions of the test series. So there the test series will be conducted by the educators. They themselves will be discussing the solutions of that particular thing. So you can imagine that your preparation is going to the next level for this. Apart from that, those who have prepared themselves for the examination, so for them there are crash courses also available. Again the crash courses will going to help you in achieve good ranks. Those who have already achieved good ranks and want to improve their rank, for them there are rank improvement batches. More than that, you can also see that there are unlimited practice sessions. So what do you understand by unlimited practice session? Which means there will be various doubt solving sessions. Apart from the doubt solving sessions, there are weekly quizzes, and with the help of those weekly quizzes, you can enhance your problem solving skills. So lot of unlimited doubt solving sessions, lot of quiz sessions, systematic content, structured content. You can download the PDF after the lectures, so you don't have to waste your time in order to making notes. You can utilize those times to practice the particular concepts, or you can use those times to just write down the formulas so that you can remember those formulas quickly. Apart from this plus subscription, there is also one subscription which is known as Iconic. So Iconic subscriptions are for them who actually do not have the self motivation but having the talent. So if they are having the talent and you do not have the self motivation, that how can I push myself to crack the examination, so in this Iconic subscription you will be assigned a personal coach. So this personal coach is going to be with you every time, and he will help you to achieve your dreams. You will get a study planner which will be customized for you. You will get the expert guidelines who have already topped the examination. They will be basically hand holding you to crack the examination. So if you think you are not self motivated, if you think you do not have the proper background to crack any particular competitive examination, so this Iconic subscription is must for you. This is going to help you. So if you want the free education, then YouTube channel and the special classes are must for you. And if you can afford a little bit, how much you should afford, that we'll discuss in a while. But if you can afford a little bit, you should come on to this Unacademy Plus. And more than that, if you want the expedited process in your preparation, आप जल्दी से एग्जाम निकालना चाहते हैं, जल्दी से अपनी गलतियां सुधारना चाहते हैं, so this Iconic subscription is for you. Then now let us start today's lecture, which is on the communication system. So now let us start the lecture.
Hello friends, welcome to this lecture of communication system. So in this class we will try to solve the questions of the angle modulation. So let us read out the first question. In the first question it is saying that we have to determine the instantaneous frequency in hertz for each of the following signals. So first of all, let us consider the first signal. I'm calling this signal as S of t. So it becomes 10 cos 200 pi t plus pi by 3. So from here you can calculate the instantaneous angle, and this instantaneous angle comes out to be 200 pi t plus pi by 3. We know that whenever we differentiate our instantaneous angle, we get the instantaneous frequency in radian per second. So upon differentiation, we get it as 200 pi. So this FIT will become 200 pi upon 2 pi, or it can be written as 100 Hertz. So if I'll draw the diagram of this instantaneous frequency versus time, so you will see that this instantaneous frequency is 100 Hertz at every instant of time. So whatever may be the value of time, this is going to be 100 Hertz. Now let us read the next question. In the next question, it is given as the signal S of t as 10 cos 20 pi t plus pi t square. So we can write it as 10 cos 20 pi t plus pi t square. Here also we have to find the instantaneous frequency. So first of all, we will calculate the instantaneous angle. The instantaneous angle becomes 20 pi t plus pi t square. So whenever we will differentiate this instantaneous angle, we know that we will get instantaneous frequency in radians per second. So it becomes 20 pi plus 2 pi t. So you can write it as 2 pi FIT equal to 20 pi plus 2 pi t. So whenever you will divide it with 2 pi, it becomes 10 plus t. So in this case, your instantaneous frequency is function of time. So if you will draw this instantaneous frequency of time versus t graph, so from t equal to 0, this frequency will be 10 Hertz, and after this t equal to 0, it will increase linearly, and obviously the slope will be 1. So let us see the third part, or the C part. What is the value of S of t? So you can see in the third part, the value of S of t comes out to be cos 200 pi t, cos 5 sin 2 pi t, plus sin 200 pi t, sin 5 sin 2 pi t. So this you can write it as S of t equal to cos 200 pi t into cos 5 sin 2 pi t plus sin 200 pi t into sin 5 sin 2 pi t. So you can write this function as this becomes overall cos A, and this function becomes cos B, and this function you can call it as sin A, and this function can be called as sin B. So this S of t can be written as cos A cos B plus sin A sin B becomes cos of A minus B. So the value of A, you can see that it will be 200 pi t, and the value of B will become 5 sin 2 pi t. So this S of t can be written as cos 200 pi t minus 5 sin 2 pi t. So upon comparison, you can again obtain the instantaneous angle, and this instantaneous angle becomes theta it equal to cos 200 pi t minus 5 sin 2 pi t. We know that whenever we will differentiate this instantaneous angle, we will get the instantaneous frequency So this becomes, it will become 200 pi t only. So this will not be cos here, it will be only 200 pi t. So whenever you will differentiate it, it becomes 200 pi minus 5 into 2 pi cos 2 pi t. So this instantaneous frequency becomes 200 pi minus 10 pi cos 2 pi t. So this instantaneous frequency in hertz will become 200 pi minus 10 pi cos 2 pi t upon 2 pi, and this FIT becomes 100 minus 5 cos 2 pi t. So this instantaneous frequency in this case becomes 100 minus 5 cos 2 pi t hertz. So in this case you can see that this instantaneous frequency is now varying sinusoidally. So this variation now becomes sinusoidal. In this case, if you want to calculate the maximum value of instantaneous frequency, so it will become 100 plus 5, which is 105 hertz, because the maximum value of this cos 2 pi t minus cos 2 pi t will become 1, because we know that this cos 2 pi lies between minus 1 and 1. So this minus cos 2 pi t will also lie between minus 1 and 1. So the value of this minus cos 2 pi t, a maximum value, can be considered as 5. Similarly, the minimum value of instantaneous frequency that you can calculate from here becomes 100 minus 5 and 95 hertz. So in this case, this instantaneous frequency oscillates between 95 hertz to 105 hertz sinusoidally. So in the first case that we considered, the instantaneous frequency was constant. In the second case, instantaneous frequency was varying linearly, and in this case the instantaneous frequency is oscillating between 95 hertz to 105 hertz. So now let's move on to the next question. So this is the next question. In this question it is saying that we are given with an angle modulated signal, which is this. We have to find the maximum phase deviation and the maximum frequency deviation. So this is the angle modulated signal which is given to us. So it becomes 10 cos 10 to the power 8 pi t plus 5 sine 2 pi into 10 to the power 3 t. Here also you can calculate the instantaneous angle. So this instantaneous angle becomes 10 to the power 8 pi t plus 5 sine 2 pi into 10 to the power 3t. So whenever you will differentiate it with respect to time, it will give you the instantaneous frequency. So this becomes 10 to the power 8 pi plus 5 into 2 pi into 10 to the power 3 into cos 2 pi into 10 to the power 3t. So from here this instantaneous frequency becomes 10 to the power 8 pi plus 10 pi into 10 to the power 3 cos 2 pi into 10 to the power 3. So I can compare this omega it with omega c plus delta omega t. So this value of delta omega t comes out to be 10 pi into 10 to the power 10 pi into 10 to the power 3 cos 2 pi into 10 to the power 3t. So it becomes 10 pi into 10 to the power 3 cos 2 pi into 10 to the power 3t. So we know that the maximum frequency deviation means the maximum value of the instantaneous frequency deviation. So it comes out to be 10 pi into 10 to the power 3, and if you want to calculate it in hertz, so we should divide it by 2 pi. It becomes 10 pi into 10 to the power 3 upon 2 pi, which is coming out to be 5 kilohertz. So it was asking about the maximum frequency deviation. So we know that maximum frequency deviation means the maximum modulus value of the frequency deviation. So this is the instantaneous frequency deviation, and when it is asking about the maximum frequency deviation, then we should first of all put the mod, then we should take its maximum value. Now this equation you can also compare it with theta IT will become, theta IT can always be compared with omega CT plus delta phi t. So from here you can calculate the instantaneous phase deviation, and this instantaneous phase deviation becomes delta phi t equal to 5 sine 2 pi into 10 to the power 3t. So this maximum phase deviation becomes 5 radians. So in this case it was asking about the maximum phase deviation, which becomes 5 radians, and maximum frequency deviation, which becomes 5 kilohertz. So this was pretty simple question based upon the basic idea of the instantaneous phase and instantaneous frequency. Now let's move on to the next question. So again, we are given with the expression of an angle modulated signal, and we have been asked to calculate the maximum frequency deviation and the maximum phase deviation, and it is also asking about the deviation ratio. So this ratio is written here, but it is asking about this deviation ratio. So first thing, it is asking about the maximum frequency deviation. We know that maximum frequency deviation means mod of ft max, or the maximum value of the magnitude of the instantaneous frequency deviation. Similarly, it is asking about the phase deviation. So first of all, we will calculate delta phi t, we will take its mod, and then we will calculate its maximum value. Similarly, deviation ratio, that we define it as beta or d, and it becomes your delta omega t max upon omega max, or this can be written as delta ft max upon f max. So first of all, let us see what is the equation of the angle modulated signal. So in this case, the angle modulated signal is given as cos 4 pi into 10 to the power 60 plus 60 pi cos 150t plus 80 pi sine 150t. So from calculation you can obtain that this will be your instantaneous angle. So in this case, the instantaneous angle becomes 4 pi into 10 to the power 60 plus 60 pi cos 150t plus 80 pi sine 150t. So you can always compare this with omega ct plus delta phi t. So this expression becomes your omega ct, and this expression becomes instantaneous phase deviation. So this instantaneous phase deviation, delta phi t, can be written as 60 pi cos 150t plus 80 pi sine 150t. So we know that if you have to find out the maximum value, then one is cos, another one is sine. Both have same frequency. So the maximum value of the modulus can be calculated as under root of 60 pi whole square plus 80 pi whole square, or it comes out to be 100 pi radians. Now we also know that since we have calculated this delta phi t, and it is coming out to be 60 pi cos 150t plus 80 pi sin 150t. So we can calculate the delta omega t as t delta phi t by dt. So from here this delta omega t becomes 60 pi into 150 minus sin 150t plus 80 pi into 150 cos 150t. So from this you can obtain the maximum frequency deviation. So it comes out to be 60 pi into 150 whole square plus 80 pi into 150 whole square. So this maximum frequency deviation becomes 150. I can take it as common. So it becomes 60 pi square plus 80 pi whole square. So this can be written as 150 into 100 pi, and it becomes delta omega t max. So from here this delta ft max can be calculated as 15000 pi upon 2 pi, or it becomes 7500 Hz, or you can call this expression as 7.5 kilohertz. Now in the question we have calculated two parameters. One is maximum frequency deviation and maximum phase deviation. So the maximum frequency deviation comes out to be 7.5 kilohertz and maximum phase deviation was equal to 100 pi radians. Now in the question it is also asking about the deviation ratio. So we know that deviation ratio means the maximum frequency deviation upon maximum frequency component present in the message signal. So how to calculate this maximum frequency component present in the message signal? So we know that if s of t is written like this, cos 4 pi into 10 to the power 60 plus 60 pi cos 150t plus 80 pi sin 150t. So if this is the expression of an angle modulated signal, so either this expression can be cos omega ct plus kpmt, or if it is fm, so it can become cos omega ct plus kf minus infinite to t m tau d tau. Which means if I consider this expression as omega ct, then this expression either can represent the kpmt or it can represent the kf integration m tau d tau. So this expression, which is 60 pi cos 150t plus 80 pi sin 150t, can either represent the kpmt or it can represent the kf m tau d tau. Now in both the cases you know that whenever a signal is integrated or differentiated, the frequency component in it does not change as long as it is sinusoidal. So you can see that this signal is your sinusoidal signal. So if it would have been kpmt, then you can calculate the maximum frequency component present in it, and if it would have been minus infinity to mt detail, then you can differentiate both the sides, and as long as signal is sinusoidal, the differentiation and integration does not change its frequency. For example, if I have sin omega naught t and if I will differentiate it, so it becomes cos omega naught t into omega naught. Still frequency remains omega naught, and if you will integrate it, you will get minus cos omega naught t upon omega naught. Still frequency remains omega naught. So from here you can say that whenever such type of expressions are written and you find a sinusoidal expression here, so you can say that as long as this expression is sinusoidal, this expression can always give you the maximum frequency component. So what will be the maximum frequency component? You can say that This also has frequency of 150 radians per second, and this expression also has frequency of 150 radians per second. So the maximum frequency component which would have been present in the message signal would be 150 by 2 pi. So this deviation ratio can be written as 7.5 kilohertz upon 150 by 2 pi. So can be written as 7.5 kilohertz into 2 pi upon 150. So the deviation ratio becomes, in this case, this can be written as 15,000 pi upon 150, and it comes out to be your 100 pi. So this is your deviation ratio. Let's move on to the next question. So in the next question, an FM signal is given to us, and this signal is, it is given that it is an FM signal. So it will become 10 cos omega ct plus 5 sin 2000 t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. So here t is missing, there must be t. So this is given in the problem. So from here, one thing you can see that if I have to compare this expression, so I'll compare this expression with a cos 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf minus infinite to tau m tau d tau, and whenever kf will be in hertz per volt. So upon comparison, you can see that this is your omega ct, and the remaining expression you can call it as instantaneous angle. So instantaneous angle, if you will calculate, it becomes 5 sin 2000 t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. So you can see in this case plus omega ct, because we are talking about theta it. So this overall expression becomes your instantaneous angle. Now from this instantaneous angle, you can calculate the phase deviation, because you can compare this with omega ct plus delta phi t. So this delta phi t becomes 5 sin 2000 t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. Now what you can do here, you can see that this is your sine, this is also sine. Both are sine, but frequencies are different. This frequency is different, this frequency is different. So know that in this case, the maximum value of such expressions can be written as 5 plus 10. So it becomes your 15 radians. So this comes out to be your maximum phase deviation. Maximum phase deviation. So we have calculated delta phi t as 5 sin 2000 t plus 10 cos 10 sin 3000 pi t. So whenever you will differentiate it, first of all, what should we do? This should also be 2000 pi t. So there is a mistake in this question. You should make it 2000 pi t. Okay. So this will become So let's move on to this question. In this question, an FM signal is given as 10 cos omega ct plus 5 sin 2000. So here the mistake in the question, you should write it as pi t. So basically it is given as 10 cos omega ct plus 5 sin 2000 pi t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. So this is the question. And we have been asked the maximum frequency deviation, which means mod of delta ft max. Then we have been asked with the phase deviation, obviously the maximum phase deviation. So it becomes delta phi t max, and the deviation ratio, which is mod of delta ft max upon f max. So this was your question. So let us try to solve the question. So first of all, the expression of the FM signal is given in this problem, which is 10 cos omega ct plus 5 sin 2000 pi t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. So from this expression, you know that if this is an FM expression, so you can compare it with 10 cos omega ct plus 2 pi kf minus infinite to tau m tau d tau, whenever kf has the unit of hertz per volt. So we know that this overall expression can be treated as instantaneous angle of FM signal. So this instantaneous angle becomes theta it equal to omega ct plus 5 sin 2000 pi t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. So whenever you will differentiate it, you will get the instantaneous frequency in radians per second. So it comes out to be omega c plus 5 into 2000 pi cos 2000 pi t plus 10 into 3000 pi cos 3000 pi t. So this omega it becomes omega c plus 10,000 pi cos 2000 pi t plus 30,000 pi cos 3000 pi t. Now this theta it can be compared with theta it equal to omega ct plus delta phi t, and this omega it can be compared with omega I as a function of t equal to omega ct plus omega c plus delta omega t. So this delta omega as a function of t. So first of all, we get delta phi as a function of t as 5 sin 2000 pi t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. Now if you have to calculate maximum phase deviation, you know that you have to calculate its maximum value. So you know that whenever you have two sine signals, but the frequency of both the sine signals are different, so the maximum value will be nothing but it will be equal to the addition of individual amplitudes. So it can be written as 10 plus 15 or 15 radians. Similarly, if I talk about this delta omega t, so this overall expression becomes your delta omega t, and this was your delta phi t. So this overall expression becomes delta omega t, and it becomes 10,000 pi cos 2000 pi t plus 30,000 pi cos 3000 pi t. So from here you can write mod of delta omega max as, again, one is your cos, another one is your cos. Both have different frequencies. So if two expressions are cos and they have different frequencies, then again the maximum value becomes the summation of individual amplitudes. So in this case also it becomes 10,000 pi plus 30,000 pi which comes out to be 40,000 pi. Now this delta omega t max we have obtained as 40,000 pi. So this delta ft max can be written as 40,000 pi divided by 2 or 20 kilohertz. So in the problem it was asked about the maximum frequency deviation and the maximum phase deviation. Now in the question it was also been asked about the deviation ratio. So we know that deviation ratio is nothing but mod of delta ft max upon f max. So this we have already calculated as 20 kilohertz. We need to calculate this f max. So for that we have to see our signal which is given in the problem. So the signal which was given in the problem was cos 10 cos omega ct plus 5 sin 2000 pi t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t. We know that we can compare this expression with 10 cos omega ct plus 2 pi kf minus infinity to t m tau d tau. So again this particular expression is omega ct, and this particular expression will be responsible for the calculation of maximum frequency component, because when the signals are sinusoidal then the calculation of maximum frequency does not change whether you will differentiate it or integrate it. So from here you can see that this particular expression, which is 5 sin 2000 pi t plus 10 sin 3000 pi t, has two frequency component. One frequency component is 2000 pi radians per second and another component is 3000 pi radians per second. So from here you can say that the maximum frequency component that will be present in this message signal is 3000 pi radians per second. So this f max can be written as 3000 pi upon 2 pi or 1.5 kilohertz. So this deviation ratio d or beta, it becomes 20 kilohertz upon 3 by 2 kilohertz, and it comes out to be 40 by 3. So this becomes the calculation of deviation ratio. So till now one thing you must understand that whenever frequency modulated signals are given for multi-tone signals or multiple single tone signals, in that case the expression which is written with omega ct will always define your maximum frequency component, because either this expression will be some constant multiplied by mt in case of pm, and in case of fm it will be some constant integration of m tau d tau. So as long as signals are sinusoidal, the maximum frequency component does not change upon integration or differentiation. So now let us try to solve the next question. So in the next question also an FM signal is given to us. So this FM signal is 10 cos 2 pi into 10 to the power 5t plus 5 sin 3000 t plus 10 sin 2000 pi t. So here it should be 2000, which is 200 pi written here. It should be 2000 pi t. So here it is written. In this case also we have to calculate the maximum frequency deviation, the phase deviation and the deviation ratio. So first of all we know that this overall expression which is written here can be compared with instantaneous angle. So instantaneous angle in this case becomes 2 pi into 10 to the power 5t plus 5 sin 3000 t plus 10 sin 2000 pi t. So you can compare it with omega ct plus this expression becomes delta phi t. So delta phi t can be written as 5 sin 3000 t plus 10 sin 2000 pi t. Again, if you have to calculate the maximum phase deviation So the maximum phase deviation will be given by this expression, and you can see that one signal is sine, another signal is also sine, and both have different frequency. One has frequency of 3000 radian per second, another one has frequency of 2000 pi radians per second. So clearly both the frequencies are different. In this case, the maximum value can be calculated by adding these two values or by calculating this 15 radian. Now let's come on to the calculation of maximum frequency deviation. So we have already obtained delta phi t in this case, and delta phi t comes out to be 5 sine 3000 t plus 10 sine 2000 pi t. We know that this delta omega t can be directly calculated from this delta phi t. So it becomes d delta phi t by dt. It becomes 5 into 3000 cos 3000 t plus 10 into 2000 pi cos 2000 pi t. So from here, this delta omega t becomes 15,000 into cos 3000 t plus 20,000 pi cos 2000 pi t. So again you can see that if I have to calculate the maximum frequency deviation, which is this particular expression, so you can calculate it from here. Here this signal has frequency as 3000 radian per second. It has frequency of 2000 pi radians per second. Both have different frequencies. So the maximum value can be calculated as 15,000 plus 20,000 pi. This comes out to be the maximum frequency deviation. So this can be also written as 15 plus 20 pi into 10 to the power 3. Now how to calculate this omega t max? So this we have calculated. Now comes the deviation ratio. So this deviation ratio becomes delta omega t max upon omega max. So we have already calculated delta omega t max. It comes out to be 15 plus 20 pi into 10 to the power 3, and we have to calculate the omega max. So till now we are comfortable in the calculation of omega max. We can directly judge it from here that the frequency of the massive signal will be decided by these two components, and this has frequency of 3000 radians per second, and it has the frequency of 2000 pi radians per second. So this can be considered as your omega max because 2000 pi will be greater than 3000. So this 2000 pi becomes greater than 3000. So in this case you can calculate your omega max. So omega max here comes out to be 20,000 pi, and this value of deviation ratio or beta comes out to be 12.3. So this is it in this lecture, and we will solve some more problems in the next problem solving video. Thank you.
So if you have liked today's lecture and you want to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, the very first thing that you should understand that you should use this particular code. What is the code? The code is VishalGate. Write my name and attach gate to it. So by using this particular code, you will be getting all the advantages of the Unacademy Plus. All the added advantages will be directly assigned to you. Secondly, you will directly come to under my guidance, and that will surely help you to crack the examination in the least possible time, and you will also get the guidance of the complete team. Okay, and the most important thing is that you will immediately get the 10% discount on that. So immediately you are enabled to get 10% discount once you use this coupon code. So for example, if you talk about the Plus subscription, which is costing you 25,000 for 1 year, and if you use this coupon code VishalGate, immediately you are going to get 10% discount, which is 22,500. And if you talk about the Iconic, for the Iconic subscription of the 12 month, this will cost you around 40,400. So these are the cost of the 12 months. And if you want to talk about the 2-year subscription, 2-year subscription cost of the Plus, it is your 27,000 after discount. If you want more discount than 10%, and you have already attended the special classes, then you will be having some credits in your account. Do not forget to use those credits so that you can get more discount than 10%. Now how can you pay these amounts? So there is one good news for you, that you can pay this amount by using credit cards and debit cards by using the facility of the zero cost EMI. So if you want to pay this particular amount of 22,500 with the help of zero cost EMI, so the zero cost EMI can be availed by using credit cards and debit cards. Remember, you can use the credit card of any company, but the debit card is allowed for HDFC and the Bajaj Finserv. Apart from that, if you want to directly pay this much of amount, you think that this particular amount is the most affordable fees that can be provided to you for 1 year subscription, तो आप directly क्या कर सकते हैं? You can use this credit card, debit card, direct payment. You can also go for the EMI options, okay, and you can directly pay this amount by using net banking. Every time you think of the Unacademy Plus subscription, the first thing that should come in your mind is this particular code. Do not forget to use this code once you take the subscription, because I have already told you that this particular coupon code is going to give you the lot of advantages, so you cannot miss the opportunity to use this code. So every student who want to come on to the Unacademy Plus, they want to take the advantages of the Unacademy Plus, they want to empower themselves in the best possible manner in this digital era, they want to be the part of this revolution, then this is the time for you. You do not have to wait for it. If you are in the first year, if you are in the second year, you are in the third year, the best possible time is right now to prepare for the examination, to dedicate yourself, to give yourself the opportunity so that you can get the success as early as possible. Apart from that, you should also join this GATE aspirant group. So this GATE aspirants group is already having 150k plus students, so you can join it. There are a lot of discussions going on between students. You can get the advantage of those discussions. Okay, you can also join this Creatrix channel, which is a Telegram channel. So everyone has to join this channel so that you can get all the PDFs of the lecture which is being assigned to you. Fine. There are various channels which you can go for it. So various channels in the association with Creatrix. So you can follow the channel of your interest. And this is it in today's lecture. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much.